guys, welcome back to My Table 3. I'm Keri and today is Meal Prep Monday. Have you got your food prep for the week? I hope so because it sure does help a lot. I've been busy in the kitchen already. We finished our homeschool lessons and I've cooked several meals to keep us through the week. That's why Mama still has her glasses on and hair thrown up on top of her head. So if you can look past the way I look today I am going to share with you 5 or 6 things that help me with my meal planning. And that are the different kind of containers that you can use to store your food once you prep them. The first thing I'm going to start with is very basic. And it's just the plastic Hefty bags. Now you don't have to use Hefty. Note, this video is not sponsored by any of these products. These are just things I use, and this just happened to be the brand that I bought at the Dollar Tree yesterday. So, just your plain old gallon size and pint size bags or quart size bags work great. If you have a lot of crock pot meals that you just want to do those raw, just chop up the ingredients, throw your protein in, zip it up. They have a great place where you can write the date and what the meal is, and if you need to, the instructions. What I do for the instructions is when I make my meal plans for the week and prep the food, I keep a notebook over by the stove that has all the food and the directions for each. If I pull out a freezer meal, then I already have those directions handy for me, but if you don't, you can always write them on the bag. So the first thing are the clear plastic bags, which I use a lot. Especially for crock pot meals, I just put all the ingredients in here, raw, freeze it when I'm ready. I thaw it the night before, overnight in the fridge. In the morning before I get up and get busy with the day or run out the door to work, I just pour everything into the crock pot, set it on the time that it calls for, and I'm done, and it cooks while I'm gone all day. So, plastic bags are fantastic. The next thing we'll go on to another plastic item are different kind of containers. Now this is one, I don't necessarily always freeze in it, but if I have leftovers, I do use this. It has a lid. Good grief, I put it on too hard. That just pops off, and it has 2 divided compartments. If you are a single person or there's just a couple of you guys at home, you can make individual portions and freeze those. Or if you don't want to freeze them, make a big batch of, say, a protein and a vegetable and divide them out into these. And you can get 3 of these in a package for really cheap, under $3. Put them in the fridge and you have 3 or 4 days worth of lunches done. This you could do soups, and these sizes are just examples. They make large sizes, you guys know that. So any of these plastic containers, these are Rubbermaid takeaway, but I also buy a lot of them at the Dollar Tree, where you get 2 or 3 in a package for $1. Huge score. Now, a tip for that. If you buy at the Dollar Tree, just make sure that you try the lid, take it off and put it back on, make sure it seals real good, because I have been burned once or twice using those plastic containers from the Dollar Tree that did not, move things around, that did not close well. And if you're going to store food for any length of time, you need airtight seals. So make sure before you take them home with you, you just try the lid a couple times and they work. Okay, the next thing is throw away aluminum pans or whatever this is. I think it's aluminum. You can also buy these at the Dollar Tree. This is one that I had. I can't remember where I picked it up. But I usually buy mine at the Dollar Tree. And those also, some of those come 1 to a package. But most of those sizes, they have a variety of sizes. And they come like 2 of these to a package. Now they don't have lids, so you'll have to use foil or clear plastic wrap or wax paper and then plastic wrap to store those in your fridge or freezer. Don't leave them uncovered because things will get freezer burn and dry out. So this is our third thing. It is aluminum pans. Now, I have not forgotten that some guys do not like to use aluminum pans. And I totally understand that. We do buy toothpaste, baking soda, and deodorant that do not have aluminum in them. So I can understand your fears about the pans. So if you do not want to buy those aluminum pans to store your food in, totally got you covered. This is one of my favorite things to also make large casseroles in for us. It is made by Pyrex, and it is a, I want to say this one is an 11 by 13 glass baking dish, and it comes with this lid. And my beautiful mama bought me this, and it also has a carrying case, a green carrying case that zips. So if you don't want to use the aluminum pans, this is your alternative. It's a glass pan with a Rubbermaid lid that fits on top. It has a great seal. Freeze your meal in that, pull it out. Tip for that pan, make sure that before this goes into your oven, it is at room temperature. I don't know if the Pyrex would break because I know that it's real good about taking temperatures, but I suggest to always let it come to room temperature, or at least let it not be frozen and put it in your oven, because that would be a mess. You would have to clean up all that glass, dirty your oven, and ruin your freezer meal. So that would totally be a bummer. Don't do that, okay? Then, one more thing I want to show you guys, and this is a little bit different, but it is just a mason jar. I have these plastic lids that a friend of mine, we went in one time together and did something with these jars, and she got a pack of these. I brought some extra jars, and we traded out. So these are just a plastic lid, and I use a plastic lid like when I store my canary in this or anything that's acid. I would not use the plastic lid. I would use the mason jar lid. So if you don't have the plastic, you can use these. Things that I store in here are soups, canary or moonshine drinks for the week, like the canary concentrates. I put these in here, and then we divide them out into jars when we're ready to make them, like our own jars, because we drink a lot of those drinks out of these glass mason jars. But this one is just a wide mouth jar. Any of these jars will work. I just like the wide mouth for storing salads in a jar and soup, because it's easier to push stuff down in there, and then it's a lot easier to put your jar cup down there and pour, and it's not a mess. So we covered, let's see, we did the Ziploc bags, quart and gallon size, freezer bags. If you're going to freeze, make sure they say freezer bags. They're just more sturdier, and they give you an area where you can write. 2, we did the plastic containers, any size that you need. Like I said, you can find them oftentimes at the Dollar Tree, and for really cheap. Just make sure the lids fit. Then we covered the aluminum pans that you could put casseroles and different things like that in. And if you don't want to use the aluminum, we covered the Pyrex glass baking dish that has a lid that you can find at Amazon and Walmart. And I will put a link down there below if I can find one from my affiliate store to this baking pan that has a lid. If I can't, I'll try and locate one and come back and put it on there. So those are my top 5 things. I believe it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, I got it right. That I suggest that you have on hand for when you start your meal prep. They'll be really helpful. And I would also like to ask, if you have some things that make your meal prep easier for you, please comment below and tell me what those things are. I would love to get even more ideas at how to store our prep. Now, I'm going to say goodbye for now, but before I go, I want to say thank you as always for coming by my table of 3. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, so give me a thumbs up if you like these Monday meal prep days. I'm going to continue doing those. Also, like, comment, and subscribe, and share the channel if you like it. That'll really help me out. And I want to say I hope you guys have a great and healthy Trim Healthy Mama week, and I will see you in a few days for a recipe. I can't wait to show you. See you later.